are looking live at Demetrius Jackson Court on the campus of Marian High School, where Sports Michiana opens its 2025 coverage of high school basketball with a non-conference matchup between the Goshen Redhawks and the Marian Knights on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. How you doing, everybody? Alongside my business and broadcast partner, Angelo Carlo, and with Mishawaka standout Craig Heatherly on the sidelines. Chuck Freeby, great to have you with us as we start our hoop season here on Sports Michiana. And what a way to start it, because there is a buzz and an excitement in the Maple City over these Goshen Redhawks. Michael Wolford has an extremely experienced team coming back from a squad that went 14-10 last year.
When we broadcasted their game against Clay 2 years ago at our old place, they had a couple of sophomores that were starting playing well. Well, that sophomore class, now seniors, 5 senior starters on this team. They have a lot of expectations, a lot of hopes, and a lot of dreams. This is a team that could contend for both a NLC and sectional title this year.
And Michael Wolford's excited about the chemistry that he sees from his squad.
Absolutely. We've had a lot of experience. We've had guys that have played freshman through senior year on varsity, but as far as a cohesive class that is started together last year and now this year, that's rare in any sport. And so to have 5 guys that have played together since 3rd grade in those roles, that's pretty beneficial.
Marian comes in with a record of 0-1. They were blown out on their opener by Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian. But Rob Berger has something that not a lot of teams have in this area this year, and that is a 6'9" big man by the name of Prescott Horvath that he can build his offense around.
You see Prescott on the screen right now. He stands out, to say the least, and he'll stand out in this game because Goshen doesn't have a tremendous amount of height on their side. That will be the leverage that Marian will have all season long. A reason why they feel, now that especially St. Joe has moved up to Class 4A, Marian can contend for a sectional crown this year as well, built upon the play of Horvath.
And Rob Berger talks about the lessons his team learned from that opening game.
Well, I mean, I thought we did a pretty good job of shooting the ball. I thought we shot it pretty well once we kind of quit throwing it to them. So we shot it pretty well. And again, the huge keys we really had to work on, these last 4 days of practice, is taking care of the basketball. We can't have 21 turnovers to beat anyone, especially the caliber of Blackhawk and Goshen. And we had to do a better job of rebounding. They got way too many offensive rebounds, and they scored a lot of points off of those. So those were the 2 points of emphasis, going into this game. And, hopefully we've improved. If we want to have a chance to win this game, we're going to have to definitely take care of those 2 things.
We're excited that Craig Heatherly is splitting time with Bo Hunt on the sidelines this year. And Craig, when we take a look at this game, you've got a Goshen team. They have been chomping at the bit to get on the floor this year. Marian has already been out there. Are there pros and cons to both sides?
Yeah, this is Goshen's first look under the lights, and there's a level of excitement, but there's a true mystery around their team, how they will perform through adversity. Marian, they've got an advantage. They've gone through a live game situation. They faced adversity. They've got those first game jitters out of the way and understand the physicality and the pace of a real game. But what's most important for these coaches and these players is to fail fast early in the season and learn from those lessons so they can be playing their best basketball at the end of the season.
So is this a day that the Hawk will soar, or is this truly nighttime? We'll find out here at Demetrius Jackson Court. We've got the Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show coming up. But first, our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week, and they're next on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. The Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Ferret Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Fabsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com.
Tire Rack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection sealed the deal.
Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now. All set. Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Experience the summer in style with decking from Big C Lumber. From the professional to the do-it-yourselfer, Big C will assist you through the entire deck planning process. Big C's selection of composite and PVC decking material offers durability and low maintenance, all while maintaining the look and feel of real wood. Our free delivery service ensures more of your budget is allocated toward your project. Revitalize your outdoor living space with Big C Lumber.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Get cozy this season with Surf Fiber Internet plans starting at just $30 a month with AutoPay. The holidays bring more guests, more devices, and more reasons to go fiber fast. With Surf, you'll enjoy free installation, no contracts, no data caps, and all-in pricing that keeps things simple and affordable. Stay connected, stream your favorites, and share every moment without slowing down. Because with Surf, your internet is fast, reliable, and local. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by Tony Letcher with Health Markets, the right policy at the right price. And it's time now for our Tony Letcher Health Markets Student Athletes of the Week before Marian and Goshen here on our Sports Michiana Game of the Week. We have Ryan McGuire, a senior at Marian, along with Evan Timmons, a senior at Goshen. Evan is a forward on the basketball team, ranked 7th in the senior class with a 4.35 GPA. How you pull it all off?
I started using my free time at school more towards working on homework and homework and projects. So when I get home, I have more time working on that.
You're going to go to Purdue for mechanical engineering, so we know you are pretty smart. Why mechanical engineering? Why Purdue?
When I grew up, I always liked playing with Legos and whatnot. And then also every time I talked about going to college, Purdue always ended up getting brought up, and it was always good stuff. And then I went on a college visit there, and then their programs and whatnot, it was just amazing and sold the deal for me.
There's a lot of excitement around Goshen basketball this year, in particular because of your senior class. 5 senior starters. How fired up are you guys for tonight to get this season started?
We're so excited. We've been playing together since 3rd grade, which is one of the reasons our chemistry is so good and why we're going to have such a good season.
Evan, thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ryan McGuire is a senior basketball player and lacrosse player at Marian High School, has a 4.41 GPA. He is the student body president, book club president, Latin club treasurer, quiz bowl captain, and on Mayor Wood's youth advisory council. How in the world do you have time for all this?
Yeah, it's not really easy. I have to make a lot of sacrifices. I don't really have much free time, but whenever I do, I make sure I do something meaningful with it.
Well, one of those things I mentioned was being the student body president. What does that honor mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot to me. I love talking to people, giving speeches, running pep rallies, but it's really just fun to honor Marian in this way.
And at the same time, you did a lot of this stuff while you were recovering from major injury, tore your ACL, MCL, meniscus last year. You're back in the starting lineup here tonight. What does tonight mean for your journey back to the basketball court?
Oh, it means everything. Yeah, the journey was super tough. I'm thankful to have a lot of great support around me. Shout out Dr. Radigan, who did the operation, and Dr. Ben at Iron RX PT, who helped me kind of bounce back. I got a lot to prove, and I'm excited to work.
Ryan, thank you very much. Congratulations. Evan, thank you very much. Congratulations. Those are our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by our good friend Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We have your opening tip-off of Marian and Goshen on the first basketball broadcast of the season on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week right after this.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you by Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value, now our national anthem. And it's time now for the Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show. We begin with the Goshen starting lineup. Here's Anj.
It is brought to you by Southland Flooring. Proud to support tonight's broadcast. Visit their showroom located in Shipshewana or online at southlandflooring.com. Southland Flooring, the perfect foundation to your dreams. Levi Sawatsky is a senior guard, 3-year starter, 18.2 points per game, 63 threes last year. Ryan Diaz, a 6-foot senior guard, 6.6 points per game. He had 43 threes last year. Carter Markham is a 6'2 senior forward, 9.2 points, 9.2 rebounds per game. Braxton Klein, a 6-foot senior guard, 9.3 points, 3.6 assists per game. And Evan Timmons, a 6'3 senior forward, 3.9 points per game, the lone non-returning starter from a year ago. That's your Southland Flooring Goshen starters.
Let's check in on what the teams are wearing, brought to us by our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Goshen in the road reds with the white trim. Marian in their home whites with the blue and silver trim. Trust me, even though you can't see it right now, that's what they're wearing. It's brought to us by our friends at It's Tops. Here are the Marian starting lineup.
The Marian starting lineup brought to you by Peter Horvath Law. And we take a look at the starters now. Brandon Foster, a 5'11 senior guard, returning starter from a year ago. 4.9 points per game, 2.6 assists per game last year. Ryan McGuire, 6'4 senior forward, our Tony Letcher Student Athlete of the Week, gets the start here tonight. Andre Wells is a 5'11 junior guard. He's a transfer from Niles, had 17 points in the opener against Blackhawk. Keemon Forbes is a 6'3 junior forward, Washington transfer, 4 points, 2 rebounds. And Prescott Horvath, a 6'9 senior forward, a returning starter, had 20 points, 13 rebounds in the opener. And the Marian starters brought to you by Peter Horvath Law. Michelle and Peter Horvath, huge supporters of Marian. Their youngest, Prescott, is starting for the Knights tonight. As years pass, it's vitally important to set up your future and the future of your kids. Peter is local lawyer specializing in estate planning. Prepare your family's future by contacting Peter Horvath Law.
Let's squeeze in the Lilliard Insurance keys to win. Well, there you see the OSMC Series history. Marian leads at 16-7, the first meeting in 69. Last year, the Knights won. Keys to win for Goshen: don't zone out, keep the guards outside, get to the line. And for Marian, take care of the ball, protect the arc and the rebound. It's time now for the opening tip, brought to you by Babsco, and it's won by Prescott Horvath and the Marian Knights, who come in with a record of 0-1, having lost to Fort Wayne Blackhawk Christian on opening night, 77-58. Dre Wells handles it up top, gets it to Keemon Forbes. That's a couple of transfers who have come to Marian this year. Wells out of Niles with the right-hand layup, scores the first basket of the game, and Marian will offer full court pressure against this Goshen team that went 14-10 a year ago. This is their opener. They were supposed to play Saturday night against Fairfield, but as all the games did on Saturday, it got snowed out. Driving the lane is Braxton Klein, and a foul is called on Marian. This is going to go on Dre Wells, his first and the team's first. Goshen with a roster dominated by seniors. They have a few juniors on the roster, but no sophomores and no freshmen. And this is a year that Michael Wolford and his crew have been building for quite some time. They go inside to Carter Markham and outside to Levi Sawatsky for three. And that three sponsored by the city of Goshen. Sawatsky, who averaged 18 a game last year, gets the Redhawks on the board.
Well, that we know is his specialty. Just a tremendous outside shooter, 38% from three-point range a season ago.
Yeah, he hit 63 of those bombs last year. Prescott Horvath prefers to be much closer to the basket, and at 6'9", you can understand why.
Again, as we talked about in the open, that is going to be the pressing issue for Goshen tonight. How do they contain Horvath's size inside?
Braxton Klein, the veteran point guard, number 22, handles it up top for Goshen.
In fact, Marian actually elected to put McGuire into the starting lineup, getting even more size. They want to have the size advantage here tonight. That's one of their strengths.
Markham, high post, kicks it outside. Good patience here by the Redhawks. They wanted to work on short passes yesterday in practice. Felt like that was the best way to beat the zone. They get an open shot for Ryan Diaz, and another three sponsored by the city of Goshen. Diaz was a 43% three-point shooter a year ago and drains his first of the season.
Marian loves to play that Jim Boeheim 2-3 zone. The problem is it doesn't work out for you if the other team is shooting threes well, and so far Goshen has done that. And as we take a look at the replay, brought to you by J-Mill Packaging. In the corner, three-pointer, nothing but net for Diaz.
Foul was called on Levi Sawatsky. That's something that Goshen will have to keep an eye on as their leading scorer picks up his first of the night. Keemon Forbes out of Washington High School. Here's Wells. We mentioned that he was from Niles a year ago. Now it goes outside to Ryan McGuire, who misfires on the three, and the rebound comes to Goshen.
First quarter brought to you by the Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools office.
Outside, Diaz again lighted up. 3 in a row for the Redhawks. That's brought to you by the City of Goshen. And that'll get you right out of your zone defense.
I think they knew what they were doing when they picked that as their sponsorship, didn't they?
Horvath on the outside. Now McGuire. Little three-man weave action. They couldn't get it on the inside, and it goes back outside to Brandon Foster. Horvath was looking for a pushing foul against Evan Timmons. Didn't happen. Now Timmons will be called for the push. He was all over the back of Prescott Horvath.
Patients trust OSMC because they deliver more than treatment. They provide care that's accessible, high quality, and transparent. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit osmc.com or their OrthoCare walk-in clinic in Granger off University Drive.
Marian goes to its bench and brings in Jonah McGuire, number 32, handling the ball right now. Down low to Horvath. Big fella had it stripped away by Ryan Diaz. Goshen already up 5, having hit 3 threes. Sawatsky surveys the situation. Down the lane, it's Carter Markham, and he's fouled on the way up, and he'll go to the line for free throw, sponsored by the Goshen Community Schools.
Put on your ugliest Christmas sweater and join the Marian Knights for their annual Trivia Night Ugly Sweater Edition on Saturday, December 13th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Trivia kicks off at 7. All proceeds support Marian Athletics. For more information or to reserve your table, go to marianhs.org.
Goshen goes to its bench, and they bring in big Trenton Clark, the 6'5 junior, to take the place of Evan Timmons. Meanwhile, Markham was a 71% foul shooter last year, where he nearly averaged a double-double, and he misses the foul shot here.
Marquee Health is proud to support Goshen basketball and the entire athletic department. Learn more about Marquee Health at marqueehealth.com. Let's go Redhawks.
Goshen with its biggest lead of the first quarter. 3 on the way from Foster is off the mark, and the rebound comes to Sawatsky. Levi in a hurry. He and Klein play catch on the perimeter. Now Markham involved. Every Red Hawk got a touch, and Clark gets the bucket underneath. And a timeout called by Rob Berger. It's sponsored by Frick's Dairy Queen. 3:53 to go in the first. 12-4 Goshen on Sports Michiana.
My name's Elizabeth, and I've been a member of the Notre Dame Credit Union for about 37 years. I had been driving a Prius, and I liked the Prius. But unfortunately, I live on a hill, and when it snows, I had a problem. So I called the credit union and told them I needed a new car. We did everything over the phone and the internet, picked up the car, and it was all done in less than a week. I would recommend the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union without question.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you in part by TireRack.com. It's the way tire buying should be.
City of Goshen is proud to partner with Goshen Schools to help coach tomorrow's leaders. With strong teamwork between the city and schools, students get the most from their home court advantage through their programs like the Red Hawk Fire Academy, State Aviation, and other vocational pathways. Go Red Hawks.
Marian trying to snap the ball around. They went down low to McGuire, but he was forced to go back outside. Goshen size at guard, giving Marian fits on the perimeter. Foster tried to drive and is fouled by Braxton Klein, his first.
Before the game, we featured our Student Athletes of the Week presented by Tony Letcher. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana, a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher Health Markets to connect.
See the score and clock on the TireRack.com scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. Marian has not been able to hit a three yet. Goshen has 3 of them, and that's the story of this first quarter. Horvath down low, great pass to McGuire for 2. Happy moment there for Ryan McGuire, the first basket that he has scored on the Marian varsity after missing all of last year with a ACL.
Great to see him back in action after being a JV player and then sitting out all of last season. Made the most of that time by being student body president and all sorts of other different activities, as we heard in our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athlete of the Week interview. But now getting into the starting lineup and scoring that basket, great for him.
Jonah McGuire called for the foul real quick on Braxton Klein going to the line.
First quarter brought to you by the Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools, and they are proud to support Marian High School and opportunities they provide families in developing their children spiritually and academically. The Catholic Schools Office also thanks families for choosing Catholic schools. Enrollment is up across the diocese with more than 14,000 students served.
Klein at the line had a tremendous baseball season for that Goshen team that made it to the semi-state last year. He batted .425 with 19 extra base hits, was all conference. He goes 1 of 2 at the foul line, and Foster corrals the loose change on the floor. Bentley Medina has checked into, Bryson Wilson has checked into the game for Goshen. We have a foul called against the Redhawks. This will go on Evan Timmons. He now has 2, and he'll come right back out as Trenton Clark goes in.
It's Michiana. The snow and ice is just getting started. Thankfully, the experts at Tire Rack know a thing or two about conquering winter's worst. They've got the dedicated winter tires that will elevate your drive and keep you safe. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Marian trailing by 7. Handoff to Eric Unwin. Now McGuire with the drive, but his pass is stolen by Clark. And here come the Redhawks, and Michael Wolford calls the play from in front of the Goshen bench. Sawatsky working around a screen. Goshen trying to find a way to get some penetration against this Marian zone. Sawatsky drives with the left hand but couldn't hit, and Horvath just towers over everybody to get the rebound. In a hurry, Eric Unwin, 4-3, airballs it, and the ball comes to Bryson Wilson.
He had a great look at it, wide open in that corner, but unfortunately just off the mark on the shot.
Unwin coming off a career-high 8 against Fort Wayne Blackhawk last Tuesday. 90 seconds to go in the first. Sawatsky travels.
J-Mill Packaging in Mishawaka, always rooting for Marian, founded in 1973. J-Mill Packaging is one of the nation's leading box and packaging manufacturers. If you need custom packages, visit boxpackaging.com.
Mom Forbes comes back into the game to take the place of McGuire. Here's Unwin. They want to go to Horvath, and Clark is doing a super job of playing defense down on the post. So Horvath comes outside to get the ball. Foster with some penetration, up and under move. It didn't go. And over the back foul is called against Prescott Horvath.
And that will result in Goshen getting the basketball here with exactly 1 minute to play in this first quarter. Thank you to Chick-fil-A on South Michigan Street in South Bend for feeding our crew tonight with their classic chicken sandwiches, delicious fries, and tasty cookies. Did we just make you hungry? We must not have made Craig hungry. I think his sandwich is still sitting here, by the way. Stop in at Chick-fil-A at Erskine Commons in South Bend to get your fix.
He's got to keep his felt figure. Now we've got a technical foul called against the Marian bench, and I believe an ejection.
Who did he eject?
There's nobody moving on the Marian bench.
Did he just eject Rob Berger?
And it looks like that is the result. Rob Berger trying to talk things over with Kim Curry. Curry was not the one who triggered the ejection, but Curry is encouraging Berger to leave, and Rob Berger, who has coached in 630 high school basketball games, has been ejected from this one. And more than likely, Matt Soboralski, one of the assistants, will take over the duties on the Marian bench.
I broadcasted Marian games for 5 years at Redeemer Radio. Never came close to seeing Rob Berger get ejected from a game. So this is a stunning development, to say the least.
Rob is typically one of the more even-tempered guys on the sidelines. He was not happy with the foul call against Horvath, but he never left his seat, and it didn't seem to matter. Braxton Klein at the foul line trying to take advantage of this, and the Red Hawk point guard hits the first of the technical foul shots.
Want to help your team look great? It's Tops can help. They are the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana, and they can do a lot more than just clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
Kim Curry chatting with the rest of the Marian staff over on the sidelines. And Klein continues to shoot foul shots. He'll get one more.
How many does he get?
Well, there was the one in the bonus from the Horvath foul, and then there was the technical. And it was a double technical.
It might have been.
That's what got him ejected.
It might have been a double tech. I guess that would be. Yeah.
So Klein with 4 free throw attempts. He hits 3 of them. And Goshen finds itself up by 10 with a minute to go in the first quarter of the season opener.
That's a development right there.
Here's the drive by Bentley Medina. He turns and travels. And the Bronx cheer goes up from the Marian faithful.
Family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. Christensen Furniture is located on McKinley in Mishawaka. Customer service is their hallmark. They make sure you make the right choice by offering free design service at your home or in the store. Christensen Furniture, where affordability meets style. Rob Berger might be watching our broadcast back in the locker room now.
Ball on the outside in the hands of Unwin, who takes a 3 and hits. Eric Unwin with the 3-point bomb. He was 2 for 2 last week in the opener. Missed his first time tonight, but dials it up, and a timeout being called now by Goshen. We'll take it as well. It's sponsored by Marquee Health. 16-9 Redhawks on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance, uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle. Chuck Freeby, Angelo DiCarlo, Craig Heatherly, not Rob Berger. He's been dismissed from the proceedings.
And there's been a stunned, I feel like everyone in the building's kind of stunned, did not see that coming. And yeah, I think we're just all kind of surprised by the situation that Rob Berger was ejected from this game.
Goshen now likely to hold for the last shot, leading by 7. Working against this 3-2 zone of Marian. Klein lost the handle, got it back, and a foul is called underneath on Marian. And if that's on Horvath, it's his second.
That would not be good for the Knights, to say the least, because that would eliminate their height advantage, the one thing they have really going for them right now in this game.
And it is indeed on Prescott Horvath.
At Goshen Schools, students thrive through strong academics, the arts, and Red Hawk athletics. We believe in getting 1% better every day because growth adds up. See why GCS is Elkhart County's school district of choice at GoshenSchools.org.
Braxton Klein getting as much free throw practice here in the first quarter as he probably does at a practice. 4 out of 7 so far tonight for the senior who averaged 9 points a game last year. And he nestles that one home. And Klein will come out. Bryson Wilson will take his place for the last 11 seconds here of the first quarter. Knights trailing by 8. It's Foster on the dribble. Brandon all the way down the lane, and he'll wind up going to the foul line after communicating with Chris Skibby on the floor cam.
Free throws coming up, brought to you by Marian High School. We'll also let you know that Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Levi Sawatsky and Braxton Klein come back in as Michael Wolford puts an offensive substitution on the floor. Meanwhile, Foster, an 82% free throw shooter last year, will play for his dad next year at Ancilla College. And we've got a whistle and no free throws. Somebody stepped into the lane too soon, and it might have been Horvath.
And when Rob Berger got ejected, Brian Foster jumped onto the bench. He is still one of the assistant coaches here for Marian.
Sawatsky misfires on the three to end the quarter, a quarter that had plenty of fireworks, some of them from the Goshen Redhawks hitting three-pointers from the outside, some of them from the Marian bench. 17-10 Goshen after one on Sports Michiana.
Some say hustle and heart don't mix. But at Patrick, we prove otherwise every day. We're bold in our ambition and grounded in respect. Here, leadership is a mindset and every voice matters. Built on integrity, fueled by collaboration, and united by purpose, we're stronger together. This is Patrick. We are better together.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. Before the second quarter starts, we go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report. Craig Heatherly, you played for Rob Berger. Boy, that seemed well out of character for the Marian head coach.
To be tossed, absolutely. You know, I think every coach wants to do his best job for his players and stick up for his players, and you see that in every sport out there. What you do want to see is a referee come over and actually have a conversation with a coach before they issue a technical, let alone two technicals. I haven't seen that before. It's sad because, you know, you mentioned earlier, Coach Berger has coached a lot of games, won a lot of games. You would think that he would deserve a little bit more, in my opinion, respect.
Levi Sawatsky with the opening basket of the second quarter being brought to us by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Foster tries a wild heave. It goes awry. Here comes Goshen the other way. Klein the distance. A lot of contact, no foul. Here comes Marian now the other way. And a travel called on Keemon Forbes.
Nothing really going Marian's way here in this first half, as another turnover adding up. It's December, and that, It's December, and that means the Frosted Sugar Cookie Blizzard is back at Dairy Queen, and you can never go wrong with DQ's $7 meal deal. Download the DQ app and enjoy exclusive deals and beat the line when going in person to Frick's Dairy Queen on South Michigan Street in South Bend.
Trenton Clark misses a couple of inside shots. Here's Forbes coming all the way down, missed the layup, and Goshen coming right back the other way. Redhawks up 9. Sawatsky for 3. That's off the back iron. But Klein comes in, gets the rebound. McGuire altered that shot. Klein feeds to Clark for 2. The bank open for Trenton Clark and a timeout called by Marian. It's sponsored by Frick's Dairy Queen. 6:49 to go first half. Goshen by 11 on Sports Michiana.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, putting people over profits. 6:49 to go first half. Marian finds itself in an 11-point hole. They've been trying to get going in transition, but have not been able to hit some layups here at this end. So Eric Unwin will try a three. It's short, and the rebound comes to Ryan Diaz, who was nursing a bit of a leg problem over in the bench in the first quarter, but is back in. Sawatsky's drive, a little floater that's good, and the teardrop gives him 7 points on the night. Sawatsky came into the game with 784 points in his career. He's trying to become only Goshen's second 1,000-point scorer in the last 35 years. 3 misfires for Marian. They have gone stone cold from the outside, but they'll get the ball back.
I think barring injury, he's going to easily get to that mark. Averaging 18 points per game last year, outstanding player, one of the best scorers in the area. I think he certainly will be in that range again this season.
The only other 1,000-point scorer they had was Drew Hogan, who is running cross-country now at Goshen College. Whistle and a foul called against Marian on a moving screen. This is going to go on Ryan McGuire, his first.
Hey, Vincent Pat Turner called tonight a win-win-win. The Turners love Sports Michiana. They love the Goshen community. They love Goshen athletics. Thank you, Vincent Pat, for supporting tonight's broadcast, and we love the Turners as well.
Absolutely. The one-time Sportscaster of the Year, Vince Turner. Therefore, his nickname forever is Soy. Inside, Braxton Klein with the left-hand layup for 2. Klein having a good night. He's got 7.
Now suddenly Goshen, who we knew was very talented, running away with things on Marian, who is still trying to rally from losing their head coach, Rob Berger, to an ejection in the first quarter.
Oh, McGuire off a pretty feed inside. Tries a tap in, it won't go. Tries again, it won't go. There's a lid on this thing for Marian tonight.
And a lot of this run has also come with Prescott Horvath on the bench with 2 fouls. He's back at the scorer's table.
And a moving screen called on Trenton Clark. So Marian will get it back with 5:22 to go in the half, and Horvath going to check back in now for Marian because of the offensive problem.
I feel like they really have no other option but to do that, right?
They just can't get any kind of offense generated with him on the bench.
And now you know Goshen's going to try to test him here.
Here's a 3 on the way, and Dre Wells is short on that. And the battle for the loose ball has a foul called on Marian. This is going to go on Brandon Foster, his first.
Marian High School is now accepting applications for the class of 2030. Marian is a strong Catholic college preparatory school where Christ is truly at the center of all they do. Apply today at marianhs.org or contact the Marian Admissions Office for more info.
Goshen with a strong offensive first half in their opening game of the season. Defense was more of the concern, though, for Michael Wolford as Klein travels. And certainly only allowing 10 points in the first 12 minutes of action. Good sign for Goshen, who will take a full timeout, sponsored by Marquee Health. 4:41 to go first half. 25-10 Redhawks on Sports Michiana.
Why do our auto insurance rates keep going up? Oh.
Dramatic increases in parts, labor, and medical care are causing auto insurance rates to soar nationwide. Lilliard's Insurance can protect you from auto rate increases with our available rate lock feature. And because Lilliard's Insurance is a local business, you get better service and deal with actual people. Hi, I'm Matt Lilliard. Call or text us today to see if you qualify.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by McKinnis Realty. It's realty with a purpose. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo, Craig Heatherly with you from Demetrius Jackson Court, named after the former Marian star who went on to play with the Philadelphia 76ers briefly in the NBA and has made such an impact here at Marian High School with the donation of the money for this basketball court.
And he's done a great job with his Elevate program, where he is now training local players as well. I'm curious, Chuck, at this point, as maybe we go down to Craig Heatherly for a Patrick Sideline report. Craig, the impact of losing your head coach out of nowhere for a basketball team, how does that compare to maybe other sports? Because I feel like it's a very big deal.
Well, I mean, it is a big deal, and each situation's unique in that way. I mean, this team, it's a new team. That you rely, and it's early in the season, you rely heavily on your head coach to make adjustments throughout the course of the game. Rob made a great adjustment, once there was a barrage of scoring early on, and he went from zone to man, and that stalled Goshen's offense. So you could tell Goshen came into the game well prepared to attack that zone, and they were. Rob made the adjustment, and the game changed a little bit. Now, Marian hasn't scored really consistently at all, but defensively it helped them out. And, I think when you have players that rely so heavily on a veteran coach and you take him out of the mix, it impacts the game drastically.
Here's Brandon Foster for Marian coming down the lane, and the layup is good. 4 in a row here for the Knights, and they're back within 11.
And as we mentioned, also impacting them was not having Prescott Horvath in the lineup. He's back in there now. They've scored 4 straight points since getting their 6'9" big man back in the game. He didn't necessarily score there, but opening up the lane for Foster.
We'll see how aggressive he can be defensively, though, especially when Goshen gets penetration, although Sawatsky lost his footing and walks.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Utilize their Elevate tools to help raise funds and drive your mission. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more.
Here is Horvath on the outside. Now Forbes. Jonah McGuire. And Marian being very patient against this defense, but a palming call was made to Andre Wells. So Goshen gets it back as you take a look at Matt Silveralski, the veteran assistant coach on this Marian staff, who has to take the reins tonight with the ejection of Rob Berger.
Was the longtime JV coach, promoted in recent years to the lead assistant coach. Brian Foster also on the coaching staff still. Jerry Bracey now on the coaching staff. He's now the JV head coach. If you're wondering, didn't he just play not that long ago? That's right. He graduated in that COVID 2020 season and had his career end, unfortunately, after winning a sectional championship.
One of a series of Northern Indiana Conference MVPs that came from Marian in the late teens and early 20s. Sawatsky trying to get around his man, made a dangerous pass. Clark for the payoff, won't go. And a good defensive set for Marian that time. And here come the Knights.
And good patience by Marian, right? They were preventing Goshen from getting a good look, but they didn't give in and get too aggressive. They made Goshen take a shot and finally were able to get that rebound.
Meanwhile, Goshen knocks the ball out of bounds. Marian will get it back with exactly 2 minutes to go before halftime. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll have our Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights and our McInnes Realty Around the Area scoreboard. As you saw a shot of Jerry Bracey there on the sideline. This is Dre Wells going in hard to the paint, but coming up short on the shot. And Carter Markham with the rebound. Goshen up by 11, but that offense has quieted down here somewhat in the second quarter.
Can Marian get to halftime down only single digits and keeping Horvath at 2 fouls? Those would be the 2 keys here.
Great passing on the inside, and Trenton Clark with 6 points off the bench tonight. He only played in 3 varsity games last season, but he averaged double figures on the JV last year. There's the lob to Horvath. Can't get the bucket in the bump, but the foul is called, I believe, on Carter Markham. You'll get another look at this last play from J-Mill Packaging.
Here's a nice look inside, and even before that, you saw Horvath had to back away. He knew he couldn't risk committing the foul and kind of had to just give up the easy pass inside. Now he heads to the free throw line, but you mentioned earlier the lid on the basket. It certainly is there right now for Marian, as that one, I don't know how it rolled out, but it certainly did.
Horvath taking free throws sponsored by Marian High School. Was a 77% foul shooter last year and rolls both of these home. He leads Marian, but with only 4 points tonight, which shows you how paltry the night offense has been here in the first half.
That's really impressive, by the way, to have that high of a free throw percentage for a big man.
Levi Sawatsky impressive as well with a three-pointer sponsored by the city of Goshen. His second of the night, the fourth of the night for the Redhawks. Horvath on the baseline is pure, and the big fella has 6.
Big C Lumber is the best choice for your next home improvement project. Family owned for over 100 years. They know the ins and outs of every home project you need completed. Our knowledgeable sales staff will help you get the job done. See the difference a culture of caring can make at Big C Lumber.
Wells fouled from behind by Levi Sawatsky, who picks up his second. Michael Wolford wasn't exactly thrilled with the foul here. Not the foul call, but the foul by Sawatsky.
You see the replay brought to you by J-Mill Packaging. Free throws here coming up, brought to you by Marian High School.
Trey Wells was an all-Wolverine conference selection a year ago at Niles High School. As Marian goes to the bench, Ryan McGuire will check in for Horvath as they try to preserve him, and with just 2 fouls here at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're thinking likely Goshen may hold for the final shot here if they get the rebound. We'll see what the Redhawks decide to do, but I could easily see them deciding to do that. Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, provides ISO certified quality with unparalleled service and support at Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com.
Coming up at halftime, Craig will try to catch a word with Michael Wolford as the Redhawks leave the floor. Sawatsky handles things on the outside for Goshen. Klein back to Sawatsky for a deep three that won't go. Marian with the rebound, and the first half has come to an end here at Demetrius Jackson Court, with the Redhawks leading Marian 30-19. Craig Heatherly sidling up to Michael Wolford, and he's got him for a Patrick Sideline report.
Coach, up 11 here at half. Had a lot of success against their man and their zone offensively. What was working for you guys?
We were able to get the ball in the middle. I think if you get the ball in the middle, you have a chance to be successful. We didn't catch it very strong a couple times when we got it to 13, 14 points and didn't pivot very well, so we turned it over. We need to keep getting the ball in there and making good reads.
Talk about the job that Clark's done defensively inside against Prescott.
Well, he's a load. I mean, 6 feet 9 inches tall. I don't know his weight, but it's nice to have a big guy on our side. Evan Timmons did a good job early, then got 2 fouls, and so for an unproven junior to go in and be able to defend as well as he did was big.
What's the message to the team here at half?
We got to rest up here for about 5 minutes and keep getting the ball in the middle. Read what defense they're in. I think they're going to come into some 1-3-1. We got to keep playing in those gaps. There are some angles you can play out of, and our baseline guy has to keep seeking from block to block, and we should be able to get some layups. But you can't stop. I mean, Marian's not going to quit. It's going to be a pretty tough second half. I think the first 4 minutes of the third quarter are key.
Good luck in the second half, Coach.
Okay, thanks so much.
Back to you, Chuck.
All right, thanks a lot, Craig. 30-19, Goshen on top of Marian at the half. When we come back, we'll have our Tom's Car Care Center halftime highlights on the Ferret Custom Roll Forming halftime report.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done.
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Ledger, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Ledger today to schedule your free consultation or visit tledger.com.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Patrick, empowering outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. Halftime at Demetrius Jackson Court on the campus of Marian High School, where Goshen leads the Marian Knights by a count of 30-19. We welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Angelo Carlo high above the fray. Bombs in more ways than one.
Yeah, this game so far, threefold. Goshen's ability to hit outside three-pointers, doing it very well, not forcing anything, and making it. Of course, the ejection of Rob Berger, the veteran head coach of the Marian Knights in the first quarter. You felt Marian was just off-tilter after that. And then Prescott Horvath being in foul trouble, that is when Goshen was able to extend that lead out to double digits in that second quarter when he was out of the game.
Well, let's show you how it got to be this way with our Tom's Car Care Center highlights from the first half. Levi Sawatsky and the Goshen Redhawks in the first quarter just started firing everything in. Ryan Diaz had back-to-back threes from the corner. Goshen hit its first 3 threes, broke open a 5-point lead, never really looked back after that. Keemon Forbes with a basket inside, but those were few and far between for the Knights. And meanwhile, the great ball movement here to Trenton Clark, who came off the bench with 6 points in the first half. And then Sawatsky, 3 of his 10. That's game high. And right now, Goshen on top of Marian by a count of 30-19. When we return here at the half, we'll take you around the area with the McKinnis Realty scoreboard. That comes your way next on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
Get cozy this season with Surf Fiber Internet plans starting at just $30 a month with AutoPay. The holidays bring more guests, more devices, and more reasons to go fiber fast. With Surf, you'll enjoy free installation, no contracts, no data caps, and all-in pricing that keeps things simple and affordable. Stay connected, stream your favorites, and share every moment without slowing down. Because with Surf, your internet is fast, reliable, and local. Get Surf Fiber Fast Internet today. Visit surfinternet.com for more information.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless. Back inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth, let's take you around the area now with the McKinnis Realty Around the Area high school basketball scoreboard. 3 games snowed out tonight, including Tippecanoe Valley and Northwood. Of course, we're going to see the Panthers of Aaron Wolf on Friday night down at Triton. Also snowed out tonight, Oregon Davis at DeMont Christian and Caston and Argus. But there are games being played up in Michigan. We already have a final. Three Rivers opens with a 69-39 win over Constantine. Games at the half in Indiana. Jimtown leads Career Academy 40-28. West Noble leads Bethany Christian 30-16. And Westview lost to Northridge last night by 12. Well, they are taking it out on LaVille. They lead 36-19 at the half. Second quarter, Angola on top of Wawasee 12-10. Girls basketball tonight, finals are in. Wawasee defeats West Noble by a count of 48-40. Winnemac, Tony Stasiak's team playing very good ball. They had their county rivalry with West Central tonight, beat them 34-27. And Bremen, a girls team that we're going to see 2 weeks from tonight against Culver Academy, leads Riley 34-16. Alex Robinson's team still undefeated.
They have a very good squad. A lot of the girls that were key players in that team that went to semi-state 2 years ago are still, they're kind of like this Goshen team. They had a very young squad that has grown up. So they're very much looking forward to that. And good to see Jimtown playing well. We'll have them coming up next Friday as well.
We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from Craig Heatherly, some thoughts from the Marian locker room, and have second half play-by-play on the Sports Michiana High School Basketball Game of the Week.
My name is Chuck. I'm a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The flexibility of having a HELOC made it simple to add items as we were going through the process of updating our house. So we didn't have to do everything at once. We could do it a little at a time as things changed, which made it flexible for us to use builders when they had downtime and get better prices for them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Why is BASCO the premier electrical distributor? Because they have breakers, boxes, switches, resets, clamps, tapes, relays, covers, timers, batteries, wires, labels, ballast, T-string, fixtures, plugs, tubing, lamps, load centers, and conduit. You can do it with BASCO Supply. With 2 locations in Elkhart and Warsaw. Visit BASCO.com. BASCO Supply, where they have everything.
Quickly, we go downstairs to Craig Heatherly for a Patrick sideline report. Craig, what did Matt Soborowski have to say to you at the half?
Yeah, he wants to see his team fly around, fly to the glass on the offensive end, on the defensive end, control the boards, bring some more physicality into the game, and then offensively move the ball, share the ball, find the open man. If the ball moves, the score moves typically. He wants to see them do that.
All right, thank you, Craig. Craig's sideline reports brought to us by our friends at Patrick. Marian with the ball, trailing by 11 to start the third quarter.
Third quarter brought to you by our friends at Christensen Furniture.
Prescott Horvath had great position down low. And then we have a whistle and a foul called against the Redhawks.
Looking to buy or sell a home, McInnes Realty is where services come first. Family and veteran owned. They proudly serve our community heroes through the Homes for Heroes program, helping you save when you buy or sell. Learn more at McInnesRealty.com.
Evan Timmons picks up his third foul in the first 12 seconds of the third quarter. And Trenton Clark races back into the game. He's the guy challenged with guarding big Prescott Horvath. McGuire trying to post up on Markham down low. There's Horvath. He gets double teamed immediately. Marian taking its time on the outside against this tenacious man-to-man defense of Goshen. McGuire trying to back down Markham, spins and wins with the hoop and the harm. And Ryan McGuire, with 4 points tonight, will go to the line for free throws, brought to you by Marian High School as you take another look from J-Mill Packaging.
Great look there by the veteran senior, as we mentioned, our Tony Letcher Student Athlete of the Week, but unable to complete the three-point play on the free throw. Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreation experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the court.
And a steal by Marian. This is Kimon Forbes coming all the way down. Blocked by Markham, fouled by Markham. The second on Carter Markham, and you get another look from J-Mill Packaging. Was it a clean block? Kim Curry didn't think so.
Free throws here brought to you by Marian High School. An opportunity to get this down to 7 points on these free throws, unfortunately missing the front end. Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive, we're here for all your automotive needs.
Forbes hits 1 of 2. Marian as close as they've been for a while, within 8. And the 2-3 zone gets expanded. Klein looking for Markham coming across the high post. Instead, it's Clark on the baseline. And his pass was tipped into the hands of Diaz, who hurried the 3, missed it. Horvath the rebound. This is the recipe for Marian to get back in the game. Here's Foster slashing to the basket. Euro step for 2.
And he went around the size of the big man Horvath to create a natural pick. Go inside, get the layup, and get them within 2 possessions.
Marian with a 5-0 run to start the half, but a foul is called on Brandon Foster, his second.
South Bend Flooring is proud to support tonight's broadcast. Visit their showroom located in Shipshewana or online at southbendflooring.com. South Bend Flooring, the perfect foundation to your dreams.
Now here's the first real test that Goshen has faced in this game. Facing some adversity here. How will this veteran Red Hawk team respond? They go to Markham on the high post. Diaz for 3, short, and the rebound comes to Wells. He tried to spin on Klein, lost the handle, and it goes to Goshen.
Peace of mind comes from deliberate preparation and planning. When it comes to estate planning, Peter Horvath Law can help you with that peace of mind. If you need a will, trust, living will, or power of attorney, Peter is ready to support you in protecting your assets and passing them on to your family. Learn more at peterhorvathlaw.com. Go Knights.
One of Rob Berger's keys to the game for Marian was to take care of the basketball, and Wells did not do it on that possession, and Clark cannot convert. Here comes Marian in a hurry. Ahead to Horvath. Great hands and lays it in for 2.
A little speed, acceleration, and soft touch by the big man.
8 points now for Horvath to lead the Knights. And they're within 4 on a 7-0 run to start the second half. Diaz down low to Clark. Finds the cutting Sawatsky, but he couldn't get the mid-range to go. Maybe it is this basket down here at this end.
That could be because it would not go in for Marian in the first half, and now it does not want to go in for Goshen here in the second half. It must be the fact that they're shooting towards Craig. That look throws them off.
So here's Brandon Foster and Marian. Back in the game now after trailing by as many as 15 in the first half. Great move by Wells, and the floater finds a home. My goodness, that thing had more iron than your morning vitamin, but it's a 2-point game and a timeout called by Goshen. It's sponsored by Marquee Health. The crowd back in it for the Knights. 4:44 to go in the third. Goshen by a deuce on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the Lilliard Insurance Agency. Real people, real service, real value. Real good defense by the Marian Knights here in the second half. And when they can hold opponents to 55, well, that speed limit works really well for the Knights. They're 27-3 in their last 30 games when they hold opponents to 55 or less.
Well, they've been built on defense in Rob Berger's 2-3 zone, so that is such a critical component. And so far tonight, they weren't really doing it in the first half. But now, the way they've started the second half, 3 minutes and 16 seconds in, Goshen has yet to score here in the second half. So great halftime adjustments so far by the Knights.
A 2-point Goshen lead. Redhawks led by as many as 15. Sawatsky struggling handling the ball. Then he comes down the lane and draws contact. And we'll see if the big fella goes to the line. Great sportsmanship by the Knights, helping him up that time.
At OSMC, you're not just treated, you're cared for, guided from diagnosis through recovery with clarity and trust. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit osmc.com or their Ortho Care walk-in clinic in Granger off University Drive.
They say the foul was not in the act of shooting. It was called on Forbes, his first. And Marian now kind of in a switching man-to-man here. Well, now they go back to kind of their zone concept. Sawatsky on the high post finds Diaz for three. It's not going in for Ryan here in the second half, and a whistle and a foul called on Marian.
They had Markham wide open underneath. I think no one saw him. And now Michael Walford is not pleased with the play of his team as you take a look at the replay brought to you by J-Mill Packaging.
The push off, the hold was on Foster. That's the third on the Marian point guard, and he'll leave the proceedings. Markham catches the inbounds pass here, and Sawatsky puts it in the capable hands of Braxton Klein. Goshen trying to work for a good shot here. Diaz has missed 3 straight threes here in the second half, and that's very uncommon for him, a 43% three-point shooter.
Everything's locked up for Goshen here to start the third quarter.
Timmons tries from the baseline and swishes his first basket of the night. The 6'3 senior on the board.
First points for Goshen in the third, ends a 9-0 run to start the third quarter by Marian.
Klein then with the steal from Terrence Lane. Klein looking for help. Sawatsky will settle things down as he tends to do. Young man with a high basketball IQ and a pretty good non-basketball IQ with a 3.99 GPA. Inside to Markham. Oh, they had Timmons open, but Diaz airballs the three, and Marian will get the ball back.
Is that what you expect from a guy who shot 43% from beyond the arc a season ago? Because he had a good look, and now he'll come out of the game.
Bryson Wilson will check in to take his place.
Marian High School would like to congratulate its girls soccer team on winning the Class 2A state soccer championship. The Lady Knights, of course, defeated Park Tudor 3-0 in that championship game. Congrats, Knights. The Marian community is proud of you.
Boy, what a job Henry Vu did with that team this year. Here's the drive, but the miss by Wells. Klein comes up with a rebound. Goshen has numbers. They go ahead to Markham, and Markham sees Horvath standing in front of him, says, I'll put on the brakes.
Good reset here now by Goshen. No need to force anything. You feel like you haven't done much here in the third quarter. You're still ahead by 4 points, and you have to remind yourself of that. You're still in control right now of this game.
But not in control of the basketball. They lose it here. Lane has it stripped away, though, and Wilson comes up with it for Goshen.
Yeah, they got it back 3 seconds later. Marquee Health is proud to support Goshen basketball and the entire athletic department. Learn more about Marquee Health at marqueehealth.com. Let's go Redhawks.
Klein. His pass tipped by McGuire. Sawatsky around Wells. And then Horvath deflects the pass for Marian. Neither team doing a great job of taking care of the basketball here in the third quarter.
We've got several minutes between a basket from either team.
Horvath with the left hand, the big fella with such improved mobility. Anj, we saw him as a sophomore. He couldn't have dreamed of making that move back then, but look at him now.
He was laboring as he grew into his body. The jump he made from his sophomore year to junior year in both football and basketball is what has allowed him to start getting D1 looks in football. Tremendous player who's grown into his body so well, and he has a promising future on the gridiron, but certainly here in basketball as well.
Markham from the baseline can't hit. Here's McGuire. Marian with a chance to tie or take the lead. Lane down the lane. And he's fouled by Markham and will go to the line. A 75% foul shooter taking free throws, sponsored by Marian High School.
Take a look at the replay, brought to you by J Mill Packaging. Certainly you see the contact there and the opportunity now for free throws for the Marian Knights. Thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony, a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com. If you got to get those Medicare information in, you got to call Tony right now because that deadline's coming up. He'll get you situated in that regard.
Terrence Lane at the foul line, 5'6" junior. Believe it or not, he was the leading wide receiver and scorer on the Marian football team this year. He is fearless, and he hits that one. It is a 1-point game at DJ Court. Goshen has only scored 2 points here in the third quarter. But a wide open three for Diaz, and he just can't get it to drop. He's getting good looks. Sawatsky a deep three. That's too strong. But Diaz gets the rebound. Sawatsky had it knocked away. Markham picks it up. It's like a rugby scrum right now. Held ball, alternating possession goes to Goshen.
That possession is going to eat away at Marian when they watch that back on film because they had a number of opportunities to get that ball back and play for a shot to take the lead before the end of the third quarter and going into the fourth, and they just could not get that 50-50 ball on 3 different occasions.
Sawatsky, corner three, that's home. Sponsored by the city of Goshen, his third trifecta of the night. And boy, did Goshen need that.
You get 4 tries, you get 3 points. And a 4-point lead.
Meanwhile, bodies on bodies and a knee in the back of the leg offered by Evan Timmons, who picks up his 4th foul.
And that 3 brought to you by the City of Goshen. Every great team needs a trusted partner, and the City of Goshen is proud to work shoulder to shoulder with Goshen Community Schools on career pathways like the Red Hawk Fire Academy, State Aviation, and other vocational opportunities. Go Red Hawks.
Carter Markham, one of the people involved with that Red Hawk Fire Academy. You see him playing here tonight, number 21. It's Prescott Horvath going to the foul line. Horvath with 10 points on the night.
Free throws brought to you by Marian High School and the Diocese of Fort Wayne South Bend Catholic Schools, aligning dedicated principals, teachers, and support staff to the mission of the church. This allows each child to experience not only a great academic and safe environment, but one that leads to development and virtues and holiness. Great third quarter here for the Knights, brought to you by Christensen Furniture.
Horvath missed both free throws. Goshen wants to take the last shot. Klein has to get rid of it, didn't. And the third quarter comes to an end here at Demetrius Jackson Court. It was a third quarter dominated by the Marian Knights. Ryan McGuire got it started with a hoop and some harm. Brandon Foster added a hoop, and Prescott Horvath did his share as well. Goshen leads at 35-31 after 3 on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack's tire decision guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them. Now how are you going to put them on? No problem. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time.
I'm just marinating. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Sports Michiana Game of the Week brought to you in part by Babsco, your trusted electrical distributor. We get ready for the fourth quarter. Let's go downstairs for a Patrick Sideline report. Craig Heatherly, aside from cold shooting, what made the difference for Marian there in the third quarter?
They rebounded the basketball, except for like at the end of the third quarter there. But the thing about Goshen, they were getting the same shots during the third quarter they were getting in the first quarter. They just weren't making them. So if I'm coach in the huddle right now, I'm giving my kids all types of confidence. Step up, shoot it, keep sticking with the process, getting it to the high post, to the low post. And then on the other side, Marian's done a phenomenal job of attacking the rim and just scoring around the basket, and that's been the difference for Marian here in the second half.
Fourth quarter brought to us by our friends Vince and Pat Turner. Goshen with a 4-point lead here on Marian, but Prescott Horvath down low Couldn't get that one to go, and a great rebound by Trenton Clark.
That's the look Marian wants, and good defense there by Goshen, getting some body on Horvath, challenging him a little bit, and the rare miss from the big man inside.
Now can this Goshen senior class show the poise and come away with a win here at Marian? A nice feed down low, but Clark couldn't get it to go, and it goes out of bounds off his leg.
J Mill Packaging in Mishawaka is always rooting for Marian. Founded in 1973, J Mill Packaging is one of the nation's leading box and packaging manufacturers. If you need custom packages, visit boxpackaging.com. And thank you to Chick-fil-A on South Michigan Street in South Bend for feeding our crew tonight with their classic chicken sandwiches, delicious fries, and tasty cookies. Did we make you hungry? Stop in at Chick-fil-A at Erskine Commons in South Bend to get your fix.
Terrence Lane to Prescott Horvath. Marian working its offense up top. Now Dre Wells drives the baseline. Horvath for three. Big fella.
We're going to do a little bonus here. That was brought to you by Peter Horvath Law, okay? The big man, 6'9", from downtown.
He hit one of those against Blackhawk Christian. Here are the Knights with a chance to take the lead. Dre Wells couldn't get it to go. And here's Goshen trying to cling to a 1-point lead. Clark on the baseline. Klein for three. He answers with a trifecta sponsored by the city of Goshen. Braxton now with 10 tonight. Foster went right into Klein. There was no contact, no foul. Sawatsky at the other end. Klein from the volleyball line. No, not that time. Horvath with the rebound. 4-point Red Hawk lead. Marian playing without its head coach, Rob Berger, who was ejected in the first quarter, protesting a foul call. Wells into the paint, had it tipped away and stolen by Goshen. Sawatsky outside for the Red Hawks.
Fourth quarter brought to you by Vincent Pat Turner. They call tonight a win-win-win. They love Sports Michiana, Goshen community, and Goshen Athletics. Thank you to Vincent Pat for supporting tonight's broadcast.
Diaz with a three, sponsored by the city of Goshen. His third triple of the night. And all of a sudden, Goshen's back up by 7. Horvath tries to answer and does! Where was all this offense? Timeout called by Marian, sponsored by Frick's Dairy Queen. 5:16 to go. 4-point game on Sports Michiana.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. 3 great services, 1 great place. Well, it's been a long time coming for the Goshen Red Hawks. Michael Wolford's first coaching win ever came at the expense of the Marian Knights, and now he's trying to get coaching win number 101. Goshen has not beaten Marian since 2016, and they haven't won in this gym since 2013, when a young man named Bechtel just launched a 3-pointer from the corner to beat the Knights at the buzzer.
That kid could play. He was a pretty good player, now assistant coach over at Adams. It's December, and that means the Frosted Sugar Cookie Blizzard is back at Dairy Queen, and you can never go wrong with DQ's $7 meal deal. Download the DQ app and enjoy exclusive deals and beat the line when going in person to Frick's Dairy Queen on South Michigan Street in South Bend.
By the way, speaking of Bechtels, Brian Bechtel sent us a note during the game. I made the comment that Goshen had only had 1,000-point score since 1992. He said, not so fast. Andrew Hirschberger was a 1,000-point scorer back in 2003. It's just nice to know that Brian hangs on my every word. Klein is fouled from behind by Foster, and that's the 4th on the Marian point guard.
Michael Walford was a has been the head coach here at Goshen 10 years, but before that was 8 years as an assistant under Brian Bechtel. So 18 years on the staff here at Goshen.
4:55 to go in regulation. Red Hawks lead it by 4. Levi Sawatsky with 13 points to lead the Goshen scoring tonight. Braxton Klein has 10, and they play catch on the perimeter. Klein inside, reverse layup, Timmons rolls it in.
Huge bucket there for the Red Hawks to go up by 6. And at Goshen Community Schools, students thrive through strong academics, the arts, and Red Hawk athletics. We believe in getting 1% better every day because growth adds up. CYGCS is Elkhart County School District of choice at goshenschools.org.
We've got a Goshen foul called on Carter Markham. That is his 4th. And so Trenton Clark will race down to the scorer's table to take his spot.
Tire Rack doesn't just sell tires, they test them on the road and on their test track. Learn how the tires you want to tackle evasive maneuvers, drive and stop in the rain, or just handle the everyday commute. Go to TireRack.com to see their test results, tire ratings, and consumer reviews. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
McGuire can't hit inside. Good defense by Evan Timmons that time, despite having 4 fouls. And Goshen will slow it up a bit as they come across the half-court stripe. Sawatsky spinning, floating, couldn't get it to go. Horvath collects the carom. Looking like another double-double tonight for Prescott, who opened the season with 20 points and 13 rebounds in their loss to Blackhawk Christian. And it's Horvath down low, bucket in the bump.
Huge bucket from the big man, 6'9" frame inside. Look at the replay brought to you by J Mill Packaging. McGuire gets it in. Horvath, easy for the bucket and the foul. And the free throw coming up brought to you by Marian High School.
So the foul is called on Trenton Clark. That's his 3rd. Horvath goes to the line. He missed 2 late in the 3rd quarter and can't get that one to go either. 4-point Goshen lead. What we expected between these two in the season opener for the Red Hawks and the home opener for Marian. Klein down the lane, couldn't get it to go, but he'll go to the stripe for free throws, sponsored by Goshen Community Schools.
Sports Michiana's apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, mugs. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are Mark Gardner and his team at It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops gives you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
Klein now 6 out of 10 at the line tonight as you see Trenton Clark come back in, and Marian will send Andre Wells back into the game. Klein with 11 points tonight. He had 9 games in double figures last season. Just fully matured. He really generates the offense on this team. Plays with a quiet confidence from Michael Wolford. And 12 points now, a 6-point Goshen lead.
Interesting to see how either team decides to use their timeouts here down the stretch with a 6-point game. Horvath thought about the 3. He's hit 2 of them here tonight.
Now a 3 by Forbes, and that's way off the mark.
Well, the problem is he had nobody inside the block to get a rebound for Marian as well.
Meanwhile, Sawatsky drives and kicks it back outside to Klein. Goshen trying to be patient with 3 minutes to go. They're not going quite to the Mike Sorrell deep freeze here, but trying to be a patient ball club here. Klein with the drive and the foul called Andre Wells.
A family-owned business serving Michiana since 1912. Christensen Furniture is located on McKinley in Mishawaka. Customer service is their hallmark. They make sure you make the right choice by offering free design service at your home or in the store. Christensen Furniture, where affordability meets style.
Levi Sawatsky to Braxton Klein in the corner for 3. That's short. Here comes Marian the other way. Wells surveys the scene. Marian doesn't have to necessarily be in a hurry here. They just need a good possession. Wells for 3. Short. And it comes to Ryan Diaz on the rebound. And again, Goshen will take its time. The Redhawks trying to get their first win over Marian since 2016. Drive by Klein. He gets the ball back somehow underneath. Michael Wolford shouting instructions from inside the Goshen bench. Under 2 minutes to go. See the clock and score on the TireRack.com scoreboard. McGuire called for the foul against Klein. That's his second.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
That's the fourth team foul on Marian, so the next foul will result in free throws for Goshen. The double team of Sawatsky. Klein caught in a trap, and a timeout taken by Michael Wolford. Will take it as well. It's sponsored by Marquee Health. 1:32 to go in regulation. Redhawks by 6 on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center, the Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. 3 great services in 1 great place. Chuck Freeby, Angelo, Carlo, Craig Heatherly with you from Demetrius Jackson Court in Mishawaka. Goshen by 6.
Did you know Marian students can take college-level courses throughout their 4 years? These dual credit classes, which count for both high school and college credit, are offered at no additional cost to Marian families. Visit marianhs.org or contact the Marian Admissions Office to learn more.
Goshen triggers the inbounds to its savvy point guard Braxton Klein, who has 12 points tonight. Ryan Diaz has had 3 big threes. Klein squeezed through the trap, and now Levi Sawatsky finds Diaz in the corner, but I'll be surprised if Goshen takes anything besides a layup here. They've got a man underneath, and there's the layup for Evan Timmons. 6 points now for Timmons, and that may just about do it. A minute to go. Lane for 3. That's short. Diaz the rebound. And the Goshen Redhawks are on the verge of opening the 2025-26 campaign with a long-awaited win over the Marian Knights. Inside Timmons, 2 more, and he'll go to the line.
Take a look at the replay brought to you by J Mill Packaging. An opportunity for Goshen to put this one away with the bucket and the bump.
Final score of this one will probably wind up being a little bit deceiving as Goshen pulls away here at the end.
It actually, if you tuned in at halftime and then you tune in at the end of the game, it ended up being the same relative margin, but in between there was a great third quarter from Marian that got them back in the game, and that continued into the fourth quarter, but Goshen really taking control in the final 4 minutes of this game to put this one away.
Reaching foul called in on Goshen that time. It's on Klein, but that's only the 3rd team foul on Goshen, so Marian will have to inbound. Trailing by 10. The Knights showed good fight tonight. They have some offensive problems to solve, and again, taking care of the basketball has to become a priority for this team. Forbes misses inside. And a foul is called on Forbes. That'll send Sawatsky to the line. Levi more than likely having a chat with Craig Heatherly after this one as our Reliance player of the game. Sawatsky, an all-NLC player. Number 2 returning scorer from the area from a year ago, actually number 3. Only Chase Devine at Bremen and Jarvis Tolbert at Adams averaged more points a game for underclassmen last year than Levi Sawatsky. But he's also a very good passer. Second on this team in assists last season.
Free throws brought to you by Goshen Community Schools.
Oh, and by the way, he was a 79% foul shooter as well. Looking for point 15 and gets it. And the Redhawks, for the first time since 2013, will walk out of this building with a win. Dre Wells is fouled. The foul is called on Klein. That's his third, but only the fourth on Goshen. And Goshen will have its home opener on Friday night. They'll take on Mo Scott's Washington Panthers. Meanwhile, Marian has a rugged opening schedule. They've got to go to Lures on Saturday and take on the Knights as the layup is made by Forbes, his 5th point of the night. And once Goshen gets it inbounds, this should be just about over. Sawatsky holds on to the ball, and this one belongs to the Redhawks. Final score from Demetrius Jackson Court. Goshen 51, Marian 41. Our Ferret Custom Roll Forming postgame show starts after this on Sports Michiana.
Yes, I was just in a bad car accident. I need help.
I'm in a call center. How am I supposed to help you? Did you buy this insurance over the interweb?
Yes.
You think this can wait till after my lunch break?
No, your lunch can wait.
When this happens, you'll understand why it's important to have a local agent. The Lilliard Insurance Agency is just that agency. We're a local agency and we're here to take care of you. Call the Lilliard Agency today.
Looking to buy or sell a real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week brought to you by Health Markets and Tony Letcher. The right coverage at the right price. The Ferret Custom Roll Forming post-game show. Feels like pregame show. This one went by so quickly. But the post-game show gets underway right now after a 51-41 win by the Goshen Redhawks. We welcome you inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth. Chuck Freeby and Angelo Carlo high above the fray. Let's get to our interview down on the court before they turn the lights out on us here at Marian as Craig Heatherly is standing by with our Reliance player of the game.
Yeah, we're here with senior Levi, number 10. Hey, describe the feeling coming into this game, first game of the season, and to get the victory. What's the feeling going on right now for you?
I mean, it feels great. It's good to get a team win. We've been waiting to play a first game for a long time. Feels like it's been delayed and delayed and delayed, so to come in here and get a win is awesome.
Tell me about just the weapons, the offensive weapons. You've got a lot of guys that can do a lot of different things and that bring, offensive firepower to this team. Talk about your teammates a little bit and just their ability to do what they do on the offensive end.
I mean, it's awesome. Everyone knows their role. We've got shooters in Ryan and Bryson. Carter is the best rebounder I've ever seen. Evan is really skilled inside. Braxton's just like incredible point guard, makes the right play all the time. So just to have teammates that you can trust is awesome.
Not many can say they're undefeated. You guys can. What can this do for your guys this season here early on?
It's big for our season. I think it kind of gets out that first game nerves. We've been so competitive at practice because we haven't been able to play in a while. So just for us to be able to get a win is huge for us.
Well, congratulations on the victory. Good luck the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Back to you, Chuck.
All right, thanks a lot, Craig. That's our Reliance player of the game. Thank you. Time now for our Big C Lumber play of the game, and this one happened for the other team. Prescott Horvath was the leading scorer in the game tonight. Here's one reason why.
He got the outlet pass, showing the sweet hands inside, gets the bucket to go. Horvath also got it done from the outside, believe it or not, with 2 3-pointers, but great touch by the big man inside for our Big C Lumber big play of the game.
Prescott Horvath with 18 points tonight to lead all scores. So let's start with Goshen. This is what was expected, a team built on seniors, a team that came into the season with probably as much hype as any Goshen team I can remember in the last 35 years. And I thought for the most part they lived up to it tonight.
Well, they got out to the big lead with those 3-pointers early on. Sawatsky, 15 points, leading the way as our Reliance player of the game. But then they were battle-tested. They got pressure put on them in that third quarter into that fourth quarter. They saw a 15-point lead dwindle down all the way to 1, and then they end up winning by 10. So that's a great job by a veteran squad who knows how to win in big game situations. A game like this will benefit them greatly for the rest of the season.
And when the threes weren't dropping for them in the third quarter, they didn't panic. As Craig mentioned, they kept taking open shots, and the three-pointers helped get them out of that morass in the fourth quarter and helped lead them to the victory. For Marian, Rob Berger's team is in an unusual position here at 0-2, and they've got a tough road trip to Lures on Friday night. What are some of the positives you see for this night's squad?
Well, I mean, obviously they faced really good competition in those first two games between Blackhawk Christian and here tonight against Goshen. Then you lose your head coach in that first quarter, so you're battle-tested in the sense of the players had to figure things out in a different sort of way, different message coming in from the sideline. They did that, right? It took a little bit for them to get used to things. That's why Goshen got out to that 15-point lead. Then they figured things out. They got back in it in the third quarter. So I think that's a big sign for this squad. And they also have to learn how they can survive in games when Horvath is out of the game in foul trouble. That's also when that big lead happened for Goshen. That'll be critical for them because if Horvath gets in foul trouble, they cannot afford to get down by double digits as a result.
We've got a similar matchup coming for you Friday night. A veteran Triton team went to the semi-state last year in Class 1A. They've got a lot of horses back, and they will be in the Trojan Trench. And here will come the Northwood Panthers playing their season opener. We've got that one for you Friday night on Sports Michiana with tip-off at 7:45 and the pregame at 7:30. And do hope you'll join us then. Our thanks to our terrific Sports Michiana crew who helped bring you this one tonight, led by the G-Man, Gary Martin. He had Tony Beltran and Duran Gray back in the truck. And then out here we had Matt Nemeth, Luke McDowell, Chris Skibby, and Josh Kellogg working with us tonight. A reminder, Friday night, it's more high school basketball from the Trojan Trench in Bourbon as number 10 Triton plays host to Northwood. 7:30 for the pregame show, 7:45 for tip-off, and we hope you'll join us then. Now, from our broadcast partners, Angelo DiCarlo and Craig Heatherly, it's Chuck Freeby. Once again, the final. Goshen triumphs over Marian tonight, 51-41. So long from the Princess City. The preceding has been a presentation of Sports Michiana. Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Barrett Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Tabsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors. Support us by supporting them.